Good morning, friends. Welcome to Indian Writing in English. Today, we are going to deal with a new poem titled Postcard from Kashmir by Agha Shahid Ali. To talk about the poet, he is born in New Delhi in 1949. He grew up in Kashmir. He is the son of a distinguished and highly educated family in Srinagar. He attended the University of Kashmir, the University of Delhi, and attended United States in 1975 Pennsylvania State University and University of Arizona. Though a Kashmiri Muslim, Ali is best known in the US and identified himself as an American poet writing in English. The recipient of numerous fellowships and awards and finalist for the National Book Award, he taught at the University of Massachusetts and Princeton College and Warren Wilson College too. At the time of his death in 2001, Ali was noted as a poet uniquely able to blend multiple ethnic influences and ideas in both traditional forms and elegant free verse. So, let's start with the poem Postcard from Kashmir. Here, in this poem, the speaker describes receiving a postcard from his native land, Kashmir, a region of the Indian subcontinent. And some territories of Kashmir is shared by Pakistan, China, and India. And it always brings a lot of conflict and disputes between countries, and this makes the country something terrible in its daily life. So let's start the poem. Kashmir shrinks into my mailbox, my home, a neat 4 by 6 inches. The opening two lines of the poem, the speaker indicates that the postcard contains a photograph of Kashmir, a place the speaker still considers his home. Now he is staying in a Western world, Western country, especially it is in America. And now he is so nostalgic about his Kashmir, where he spent his childhood. Apparently, he is very geographically distant from Kashmir, a fact that makes his use of the word home. My home, see the word my home, it is used in ironic way. He don't have any geographical connection with Kashmir now. He may have been born in Kashmir and may have lived there for much of his life, but now is apparently living somewhere else. See, now he gets Kashmir's picture in 4 by 6 inches, a postcard. It brings the beauty. Kashmir is one of the beautiful places in the world. So he just watches the beauty of his land, Kashmir, through the postcard picture. I always loved neatness. Now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. He says, he always loved neatness. And this time, he's getting the whole Kashmir within 4 inches. 4 by 6 inches postcard, and he says it is very neat. I always used to love neatness. Now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. The big Himalaya turns into half-inch in its length and breadth. It can be, you can say it is ironically he is using that. This is home, and this is the closest I will ever be to home. So this is home, and this Kashmir is my home, and this is the closest, it is very closest to my heart I will ever be to home. If I'm thinking about my own home, though I'm living in Western countries now, whenever I'm thinking about my own home, this Kashmir comes to my mind. When I return, the colors won't be so brilliant. Now he's talking about the present situation of the Kashmir. It is very turbulent now. A lot of political issues are there. A lot of murders are going on. So he says that, though Kashmir is my own home, when I return, whenever I'm thinking about returning to my home, the colors won't be so brilliant. The colors that he can watch watch in the postcard, or he what the pictures that he comes into his mind, that won't be that much brilliant, because a lot of chaos, a lot of problems are there. And the Chalam's water so clean at that time. The Chalam, that is the name of the river, famous river that flows through Kashmir. The water was so clean at that time, so ultramarine, so deep. Ultramarine means deep in blue. My love so overexposed. My love towards my country, my Kashmir, it is always it is overexposed. I try all my best to show my affection towards my country, and my memory will be a little out of focus. See, here he comes to a turn, and my memory will be a little out of focus. There is nothing, what is happening now there in Kashmir don't have much connection with the Kashmir or the picture that is in my mind, and my memory will be a little out of focus, and it a giant negative black and white still undeveloped. So what is there now? He can have black and white picture, the colorless, it is colorless, and it is a giant, a big negative black and white in color. So Kashmir lost all its attraction through it is the violence that is the political violence that is happening in the country. And see, the last words in this poem, the last line, they may imply that Kashmir is still in the process of development as a place, that it is at present still polarized to live up either the speaker's idealized memory, or there is a conflict between the idealized picture of the Kashmir in the memory of the speaker, and what is the news that he gets from the original Kashmir, the present Kashmir, through medias. And the real size of the place will not live up neither to the picture of the presented in the postcard nor the idealized memory of the poet. So whenever he thinks of returning to Kashmir, he feels that there will be a conflict in his mind. Okay, it won't be the Kashmir, the old Kashmir that he experienced in his childhood. Okay, thank you.